What's up, folks? I'm back with another reaction, back with some more acid-techno. We're going to listen to a record from one of the mightiest labels. I think I've already reacted to a couple tunes from this label, though I'm now wondering, I think maybe they were all on my old channel, I'm not sure, but we're talking the German Brain label. It ran from 96 to I want to say 02 or 03. Just a legendary label. People who know it, you know, the people are very cultish about it, and rightly so. It's a label that I would say, like, it's not elegant. It's not like, you know, you don't get a lot of melody. You don't get a lot of, like, you know, sophisticated, like, complicated production. It's a very, like, upfront and having an acid-techno label. Heavy and hard. The beats are really thunderous and powerful. The acid is sort of relentless and marauding and kind of sharp and wicked. And in fact, I was talking to Tassos about this recently. We were talking about this label, and I was saying, I forget what tune he was saying, but there was some tune he was saying that, you know, it reminded him, it's acid techno right on around the turn of the millennium, and it reminded him of hard style tunes that would come a little bit later in like the mid 2000s, you know, like heavy beats, acid stings, and so on, and that sort of like pounding heavy overall atmosphere. And I was saying, yeah, like it reminds me a lot of the Brain records, and indeed, that again, this label is just heavy, wicked, relentless acid. And again, it's not trying to be overly clever. It's not trying to be overly, you know, complicated or melodic or anything. It's just real heavy and hard acid techno. But again, different than the acid techno and like the London style, different than Stay Up Forever or Smitten or Rootmaster or so on. Again, it had a relatively, I don't want to say short lifespan, like, I think it was like 96 to maybe 03, so 7 years, you know, it's not short, but again, you know, it didn't last forever, and like I said, there were other labels that came out in the mid-2000s that I think were like, essentially trying to build on the sound or the template that the Brain guys had laid down, and I say the Brain guys, all of the tracks on this label are just listed as Brain, just like Brain 1, Brain 2, all the way up through, I think it's like 43. So yeah, on the surface of it, it's not clear who made the tracks. Now, through Discogs and other places, I've come to understand that all 43 records were made by one of three people. Michael DeBrain, Frank DeNoise, and Ray Clark. The vast majority were made by two of them, Michael DeBrain and Frank Noyes. Ray Clark, I think, was only involved with about 4 of them, although a couple of them were very early and a couple were very late. So he was around the whole time. But again, the vast majority of the output on the label is by Michael DeBrain and Frank D. Noyes. And yeah, this Brain 27 is from Frank D. Noyes, or Denoiser, as I think like the producer credit is written on some of the releases on Discogs. Oh, but it does say here, music and words by Frank D. Noyes. So, like, on the records, it would say in the crediting, but, like, they're just listed as, like, the artist is just listed as Brain for all the tracks on the label, no matter which of the three guys it's by. So, that's just how it goes. But like I said, we're listening to Brain 27. This is from 2001, so it's just after the turn of the millennium. We're going to listen to a tune called Pneumatic Drill, and we're going to listen to the TB mix. The other version is called the Synthetic Terror mix. You know, a lot of Brain records, like both sides, they might have a similar atmosphere. They might have a different arrangement, a different emphasis, maybe like, you know, the kick is a little different, or maybe like the way the acid comes in, it comes in at a slightly different time. But generally speaking, a lot of these records, when there's two different versions of the same Brain tune, they're very similar, just like slightly different arrangement and so on. So, but yeah, like I said, we're going to listen to the TB mix of Brain 27, which is called Pneumatic Drill, and this is from 2001. And I think it's, yeah. It's like someone hitting like a metal gate. And it's like, oh, train's coming in. Little laser shot, like ray gun. Speaking of ray gun, the pneumatic drill. First it comes in half rhythm, now it's double time. Either a pneumatic drill or like a steel splitting laser. Big cymbal crashes. Relentless. Pneumatic drill.
I control your mind. You can't get out of my vicious violence. Pneumatic drill.
So the train arriving at the station layer. Now the real acid transformers turn on. So you got the like sharp laser stab, but now the big rich like lush transformer. Those cymbal smashes, forget about it. And listen to the electric. It's like electricity coursing through the track, like pulsing. Up to chirp level. Yo. Long live the brain label. Rattly percussive rhythm. I was like, it's not that short though. No, we still got a full another breakdown coming. It's just an interlude, not an outro. that with a lot of tracks, but it sounds like they're building an acid-techno. I was gonna say an acid-techno record, but it sounds like they're building an acid-techno. Acid lovers, but like acid freaks. People obsessed with the 303 sound. Back to that rattly percussive groove. About the Brain label is like every Brain track works well mixing into another Brain track. You could do like a Brain label mix and everything would fit. Like, you know, a label like Stay Up Forever, over time they've released tracks that have a very different feel, like different directions to the acid sound. Not to say that, you know, there aren't any differences between Brain tracks, of course there are, but like the kick drums and the overall atmosphere, this big, heavy, stomping, relentless acid assault, that's pretty much what you get with every Brain record, even if the particular riff and the particular like vocal used and so on are a little different. So yeah, every Brain record pretty much mixes well with every other Brain record, so that's another benefit to the label. As I said, I have a few of these records. Actually, I don't know if I said it in this video. I've said it in other videos. But bottom line, I have several of these records. I'd say like maybe 10 of them. Again, there's like 43, so I don't even think I have like a quarter of the Brains. But I do think I have double digits, maybe like 10 or 12. So yeah, we'll definitely go through some more Brains. I think I did on my old channel one of the earliest Brains, which has Power of a Dark Side. And I think TB Inject on the other side. That's a fantastic record. After I do this video, I'll check to see on this channel if I've uploaded any Brain videos. And if I haven't, you know, I'll get to it quickly. And if I have, maybe I'll put in a comment below a link to any of the other Brain tracks that I've already reacted to. But if you do know the label, give it a shout. If you're not familiar with the label, let me know what you think of the tune. Again, it's a very heavy, like relentless acid sound, so maybe if you're not so into the sound of the 303, I can understand why this label would be a bit intense. But again, if you're into the acid sound, this is just, you know, it's for acid freaks. It's an acid label for acid freaks. So yeah, let me know what you think of the tune. Other than that, I'll see you next time.